What's up guys, GeoQuinto here, and welcome to 5 characters I wish to see as DLC in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Before we begin, I just want to say that my list is purely a matter of opinion, and I'm just looking to have a good time making this video, and I hope that you guys enjoy watching it. So definitely feel free to express yourself by leaving your list below, and let's all have a good time. And Sakurai, in the super rare case that you're watching this video, definitely consider my options. Kicking things right off at number 5, we have Shadow the Hedgehog. Shadow, the protagonist, antagonist, rival, however you want to look at him in the Sonic the Hedgehog series, was hands down one of my favorite characters growing up as a kid. Now the reason why I have him so low on the list is because I feel like his use in Smash Bros. Ultimate would feel pretty generic, being that he is more or less the same thing as Sonic with a dark twist, but I feel like it is so necessary. I mean, why put in somebody like Tails or Robotnik when Shadow exists? I mean, he's just super interesting, and I feel like he just adds that extra kick, you know, that diversity on the Smash roster, and not only that, a nice option for the Sonic characters being introduced to the game. Touching on things further, I feel like the perfect stage for Shadow in Smash Ultimate would be Sky Troops. Those of you who played Shadow the Hedgehog back in the day, hopefully you remember what I'm talking about, and shout out if you do. The music was absolutely insane, and how cool would it be to duke it out on floating platforms in the sky? If you have not seen this level or played it, definitely look up gameplay because it's a beautiful experience, especially for the time that this game came out. I mean, we're talking about a while ago. Now, in terms of his final smash, obviously it would be Chaos Control, but it would need a buff. It would need a final smash twist. I feel like right now, the way it is as an assist trophy is a little underwhelming, and I feel like a character like Shadow definitely deserves some spice if he's going to be on this roster. Coming in at number 4, we have Paper Mario. Now, this is going to be a surprise to some of you, especially since I'm sure that a lot of people, as we've seen on the internet, feel like Waluigi needs to be on this roster. And in my opinion, I feel like he does. However, I think both of them should be prioritized, because when we look at Paper Mario, he's that cool, quiet kid that's just chilling in the corner. And when stuff goes down, he does work. I mean, how cool would it be for a final smash if Paper Mario brought down Twink and the 7 Star Spirits? That would just be totally insane if they did something like the Star Beam, or just an all-out assault with Twink to top it off with some cuteness. Thinking about all this legit gives me butterflies. And how insane would it be if you went a step further and included some of his party members from the first game into his actual fighting kit? Lady Bow backing him up to give him a moment of invisibility, Parakeet boosting him up with an up B, Cooper Shell or legit throwing Bombetta people to give him some range? I mean, there's so many things that you could do with this, and the guy's got utilities, so you could make a fighting kit that is much more diverse and separates him from the original Mario. And then finally, don't even get me started on the perfect level for Smash Ultimate. Those of you who played the first game on N64, you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. Shy Guy's Toy Box. Those of you who have not been down here, or those of you who are jumping down here for the first time when you play Paper Mario, you have no idea what you're getting into. And seeing this as a board for Smash Bros. Ultimate would be absolutely hysterical. A world in which Shy Guys run around and troll the living life out of you, General Guy and his Shy Squad doing everything they can to take you out, and then on top of that, you have the mysterious and OP anti-guy. What if they introduced all this on one board while you were trying to fight and get stuff done? That would be so troll, yet so fun. And if it weren't for the oversaturation with the Mario characters on the current roster, I feel like this whole Paper Mario idea and his character would be much higher on my list. Next up at number 3, shout out to the Final Fantasy fans, we have Squall from Final Fantasy VIII. Obviously, they introduced Cloud in the last game, and I feel like this is something that could be built on, and I feel like it needs to be built on because Final Fantasy is a cherished series, and anyone who has known me for quite some time or has been subscribed to this channel for a long time, you know how I am with Final Fantasy, and I feel like Squall would be the perfect guy to complement Cloud and be put on the Smash Bros. Ultimate roster. How cool would it be if they introduced the junction system to his fighting kit, and you could draw magic off characters or abilities that would give Squall self buffs, range magic, or even sword buffs or magic to buff his overall melee. Add on the fact that this man runs around with a gunblade, and on top of that, hitting a smash ball and using Renzokuken or the Renzokuken Lionheart variation as a final smash. I mean, who would not want to play on this guy? Dueling in Dailing City at night, I mean, there's just so many things that you could do with this here, and I feel like that's evident on why Squall is number 3 in my personal DLC Smash character list. At number 2, we have a big one. Skull Kid from The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Now the probability of this happening is extremely low because we have him as an assist trophy and the moon as an additional assist trophy on top of that, but just imagine having this dark, twisted character with a jokester, childlike personality on this roster. I feel like his kit would be underwhelming in a sense of Skull Kid didn't do much in Majora's Mask outside of troll Link to no end and turn him into a Deku. But how cool would it be to play on Clocktown in Smash Bros. Ultimate and summon down the moon as a final smash, blowing everyone away? How could this guy not be number 2? And then finally, at number 1... we have Banjo Kazooie. Now I feel like the majority of you would agree with me in a sense of Banjo Kazooie is somewhere on that list, especially if you're a 90s kid like me and you played this game. I feel like out of all the characters on my list, this would be the easiest one to implement into Smash Bros. Ultimate, because the fact that Banjo and Kazooie work together with fighting moves, their kit would be so perfect, and I feel like it would flow well with everything that Smash Bros. Ultimate has going on. Imagine as a final smash running around as Gold Feather Banjo Kazooie, just one-shotting people off the map for a super short duration, or Mumbo Jumbo coming out of nowhere transforming them into a crazy overpowered animal that just bounces everyone around until they all meet the KO. I feel like it would be really nice and feel really nostalgic if Sakurai rolled out the Nintendo 64 version of Banjo Kazooie first. How nice would it be to battle it out on Click Clock Wood with the rotating seasons, spring, summer, fall, and winter? Or if anything, anytime you booted up this stage, a season would be selected at random. For me, Banjo and Kazooie, they're 2 of my childhood heroes, and I feel like most 90s kids would agree. This was my first game on the Nintendo 64, and when I think about all the memories it brings back, they absolutely deserve a spot on this roster. So if any justice could be served through these character packs, it's with the high hopes that Banjo Kazooie exists in one of them, because once again, they absolutely deserve it for all the memories they brought to Nintendo as a brand in its entirety. And that is it for my list. Thank you guys so much for watching, and express yourselves down below because I definitely want to hear from you and your top 5 list of characters that you would love to see as DLC in Smash Bros. Ultimate. If you guys enjoyed this video, definitely feel free to leave a like, and if you're interested in more of my content, definitely consider subbing to my YouTube channel. This was different and it was nice to introduce something new, and I would love to do more stuff like this in the future. And finally, if you guys want to stay up to date with me, definitely visit my YouTube channel and check out my Twitter and Discord server links, so that way you guys won't miss anything. And once again, thank you so much for watching the video. This has been Gio Quinto. Have a good night, guys. Later.